previously.
As you can hear, my Tesla is very poorly because it's looking like it's going to be a very expensive bill. The mechanic who was working on the car came to speak to me and said that they could not solve the issue. So I'm back with a follow-up experience of Tesla service, and as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, my car is thankfully now fixed. If you watch the first episode, which you can view here, you'll know that Tesla weren't able to fix my car on the first visit on the 19th of September, and I went away from the experience a little disappointed. But a couple of days later, Tesla got the parts in stock and I was able to rebook an appointment for Saturday the 28th of September. Back to Newcastle in my poorly, creaky car again for the 1 hour drive, but did it all go to plan this time, and how big was the final bill? Stay tuned for more. Hi everyone, I'm Danny V Solar, and this video is brought to you in collaboration with Teslogic and their new product Screenmate. This is a fantastic product about to be launched from Teslogic, and if you own a Tesla, I think you'll want to see it. I'll talk more about this later, but if you watch the first part of the video, you'll know that Tesla was struggling to diagnose the issue with my car, and they couldn't fix where the noise was coming from on the first time trying. They ordered 2 parts in the hope that this would fix the issue, and they also had a recall to do on the wiring harness in the boot lid. After the first visit on the Tesla app, I received an estimate for what they expected the repairs to cost, and unfortunately, because my car is 5 years old, it's just outside the 4-year warranty period typically. The battery's covered for 8, but any other parts are just 4 years. So let's take a look at that estimate, and as you might have gathered from the previous video, this gave me and my wife a bit of a shock when we saw it. So as you can see, we had a rear suspension noise diagnosis, which was £165, and then the control arm assembly, rear lower left hand side, remove and replace was £89.10. And then parts in terms of what they were replacing, there was the rear lower aft link assembly, which was £164.63, and a correction on the spring, which was £118.80, and then also a rear spring coil at £82.25. So that came to £206 in parts and £372 in labour. So with the VAT, on top of that, we were looking at £695.74, plus the £100 diagnosis charge I paid last time. So my recommendation, if you have a 4-year-old Tesla, is try and get the extended warranty if you can. But let's look at the process in more detail and see exactly what happened. So as I mentioned, I'd booked this appointment for Saturday the 28th of September, but I received a notification that Tesla had changed the appointment to the Sunday. This changed our plans a little bit, but thankfully I had nothing on and could still make the appointment only a day later. So off we went to Tesla for the second time on the Sunday, and this time I went with my family, and we actually had a nice day looking around the retail park nearby whilst Tesla fixed the car. On this estimate though, I had noticed that Tesla were charging again for a diagnosis fee, this time for £165, so I queried that with them and got that removed. So this did bring the price down to around about £630 in total, still quite pricey, but a bit easier to digest. Now yet again, Tesla had the car all day. The appointment was around about 9:45 in the morning, I think. So around about 4:30 PM, once all the shops in the retail park had closed, I did find out that my car was thankfully fixed and ready to go. But in total, that means we spent 2 days in or around the Tesla garage. For those that asked in the comments about a courtesy car, I would have been entitled to this if I had the warranty, but unfortunately again, as that had expired, they couldn't provide me with one. Thankfully though, once I picked the car up this time, it was actually fixed, and there was actually some more good news once I picked it up and got the invoice through. But first, I want to talk to you about a great new product from Teslogic. If you're a regular follower on my channel, you know that I've used their Teslogic dashboard version 2 in the past and found the functionality really impressive. You can view that video in the top corner now if you're interested in that. Their latest product takes the Tesla infotainment system to a whole new level, so let me introduce Teslogic Screenmate, and here's a little clip to show its capabilities.
Tesla, an extraordinary car, but its multimedia system has some challenges. But what if we told you it could be different? Touch the screen with 4 fingers, and here it is, the new, vibrant world of your Tesla. Any apps, navigation, video streaming, games, CarPlay, and music. Introducing Teslogic Screenmate, the ultimate extra computer for Tesla that eliminates all the limitations. Developing such a powerful device was no easy task, but here at Teslogic, we know our stuff. Installation takes just 10 minutes and requires no special skills. You'll still have your instrument panel with all the vital car information in view, and if it gets in the way, you can easily minimize or move it aside. We've also added a range of commands that Tesla doesn't provide. Want to adjust the passenger seat? Or open the door for your passenger? Preheat the battery for faster charging? It's all right there at your fingertips. Prefer using navigation apps like Waze or Google Maps? No problem. They now work seamlessly, fully integrated with your car. Taking your child to school and they're bored? Play them cartoons from any service while you stay focused on driving. Waiting while your Tesla charges? Plug in a portable console and enjoy gaming on the big screen. And finally, you can connect a front camera. Screenmate. Enjoy the Tesla you've always wanted.
So what a great product that looks like. And if you'd like to know more about this, there's an affiliate link in the description where you can click on to learn more about the product and also pre-order it at a discounted rate. You can actually get 44% off if you pre-order it in the next 30 days. So this product is due for release around about May 2025. So feel free to sign up at the link if you're interested in receiving updates. Back to the Tesla garage. At long last, the car was finally fixed and the showroom was closed for the day, and my car was ready for pickup. Thankfully, when I received the final invoice, I was in for a pleasant surprise as well, and the issue appeared to not be related to the two parts that Tesla actually ordered, but just the rear knuckle assembly on the suspension. As you can see from the invoice, the parts were quite different to what was ordered in the original quotation, but at least it's fixed, and the total bill came out at £463.76 for the repairs, plus the original diagnostic fee takes it to £563.76 in total. So definitely not cheap, but thankfully not quite the £800 that I was originally quoted. So overall, what are my opinions of the Tesla service, and will I be using it again? Well, hopefully I won't have to, but if I do need some repairs, then chances are I'm probably going to have to take it there. So first, let's start with the positives. I thought the check-in and tracking service within the app was very, very neat. As always with Tesla, the software works great here. Simply inform Tesla that you have arrived at the garage and then walk away from the car. Easy as that. I understand a few people in the comments weren't particularly keen on this, but for me, it worked absolutely fine. And generally, despite the impersonal experience from what the app gives, I did feel like I was kept up to date, probably more so than what I was versus a traditional dealer. At the end of the day, you're just waiting for a phone call from the dealer to say your car's fixed. With the Tesla app, you can track and also message the mechanic as the day goes on. I quite like the idea also of providing an estimation of what the work's going to cost as well. Although in reality, this was not actually anywhere near what I was charged. So my original £198 estimate went up to £800 and then finished off at £563. So a lot of variation. I know it's really difficult to predict with only a brief description in the app, but really this wasn't close at all. And now for the downside, so let's go in chronological order here. And the fact that this took 2 trips and 4 hours round trips to get to the garage from my location is not great, especially with a car that's broken or at least has some mechanical issues. Thankfully, my car was still drivable, but I imagine this would have been such a hassle if I couldn't move it anywhere. And I wasn't entirely comfortable driving it with the noises it was making anyway. The fact that my local garage couldn't order the Tesla parts as well is also a frustration. The delay in booking the appointment was another part that I'm sure could be improved with a further rollout of the Tesla service. Again, if I had a more serious issue where the car was undrivable, 4 days would have been really, really awkward without having a car. And having to visit twice and wait for the parts leaves a lot to be desired. The price of the repairs felt quite high for the work that they carried out, although I'm sure it's pretty comparable with a main dealer prices, I guess. I don't know, I've got nothing to verify this against, but that's just a gut feel. And lastly, in some ways, the experience did feel a little impersonal, with it being through the app, although there was Tesla advisors in the showrooms that were more than happy to help. I can't fault the service in the showroom, they were very attentive and more than happy to help when they could. So if I had to sum the service up in one line, I guess it would be lacking in a lot of ways, but has the potential to be good with some improvements and expansion of the service. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more similar content relating to EVs, solar panels, home batteries, energy tariffs and much more. And give this video a like if you found it useful. And also please check out the Teslogic link, that looks like a great product. I'm really looking forward to seeing it in more detail. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.